The Galactic Council had made their decision final 300 years ago. Humanity, the youngest species to achieve faster-than-light travel, would be admitted to the galactic community under one non-negotiable condition. They were forbidden from building warships. "Your species is too volatile," the Krell ambassador had declared, his crystalline body refracting the light of 1,000 distant stars in the council chamber. "Too aggressive. Too unpredictable." The other species had nodded in agreement. The insectoid Vrax, the gaseous Helion collective, even the peaceful Verdani, all had voted unanimously. Humanity could join the stars, but only as merchants, explorers, and diplomats. Never as warriors. Elsa Kovalenko remembered reading about that day in her history classes at the academy. She remembered the shame that had burned through human space, the protests, the anger, but she also remembered what came after. The quiet determination that had become humanity's greatest weapon. Now, standing on the bridge of the Prometheus Initiative, Elsa allowed herself a small smile. The irony wasn't lost on her. "Captain, we're receiving multiple distress signals from the Verdani colony on Tau Ceti 4, reported Leo Martinez from the communication station. His fingers danced across the holographic interface, pulling up data streams. Krell raiders. At least 15 warships. Elsa's jaw tightened. The Krell, those same self-righteous bastards who had forbidden humanity from defending itself, had been raiding outlying colonies for the past 5 years. The Council did nothing. The other species looked away. The Krell were too powerful, too technologically advanced. No one dared challenge them, no one except humanity. "Time to intercept?" Elsa asked. 14 minutes at maximum burn, Leo responded, then hesitated. "Captain, the Verdani are specifically requesting Council peacekeepers. They're not asking for us." "They will be," Elsa said quietly. "Helm, plot the intercept course. All hands to battle stations." The klaxons began to wail throughout the ship. Crew members rushed to their posts with practiced efficiency. Elsa watched the view screen as the Prometheus Initiative changed course, its massive form cutting through the void like a knife. To any observer, the Prometheus Initiative looked like exactly what humanity claimed it was, a deep space research vessel. 1,500 meters of laboratories, habitation modules, and survey equipment, the largest civilian ship humanity had ever built, dedicated to studying dark matter phenomena in the galactic core region. That was the official designation. "Anyway, charging the main deflector array," announced Lieutenant Chen from Tactical. "Dark matter lenses are aligned." Leo glanced at Elsa, and she could see the anticipation in his eyes. He'd been with her since the beginning, since the first days of the initiative. He understood what they'd accomplished, what they'd risked. "Captain," he said softly, so only she could hear. "What if we're wrong? What if they really can't be beaten?" Elsa turned to face him fully. Leo Martinez, the boy who'd grown up in the refugee camps after the Krell had destroyed his homeworld's orbital stations, the man who'd dedicated his life to ensuring it never happened again. "Then we go down fighting," she said. "But we're not wrong. Trust the science, Leo. Trust what we've built." The Prometheus Initiative dropped out of FTL into chaos. The Verdani colony world burned beneath them, its delicate biosphere installations torn apart by Krell plasma weapons. 15 crystalline warships orbited the planet like predators circling wounded prey, their weapons still firing at the helpless civilians below. "They've detected us," Leo reported. "They're..." "Laughing, Captain. They're transmitting mockery. Calling us the humans in their toy boat. Let them laugh," Elsa said. "Chen, status on the deflector array. Fully charged and ready. Dark matter containment is stable at 99.7%. Elsa took a deep breath. 300 years of prohibition. 300 years of being told they were too dangerous to be trusted with weapons. 300 years of watching other species raid and pillage while humanity could only beg for protection that never came. 300 years of humanity doing what they did best, finding another way. "Fire," Elsa commanded. The Prometheus Initiative's main deflector array, ostensibly designed for studying dark matter, unleashed its full power. But instead of passively observing the mysterious substance that made up most of the universe's mass, humanity had learned to weaponize it. A beam of focused dark matter lanced out from the ship, invisible to conventional sensors. It passed through the Krell warship's shields as if they didn't exist, because to dark matter they didn't. Regular matter was nothing but empty space held together by electromagnetic forces. Dark matter didn't care about those forces. The lead Krell warship simply ceased to exist. One moment it was there. The next it had collapsed into a microscopic point of hyperdense matter, its entire mass compressed by the dark matter beam into something smaller than an atom. The laughter stopped. 11 seconds to recharge, Chen announced calmly. Targeting second vessel. The Krell fleet scattered, firing wildly at the Prometheus initiative. Their plasma weapons splashed harmlessly against the human ships. Shields that humanity had claimed, were necessary for protection against cosmic radiation during long-duration research missions. Another Krell warship collapsed into oblivion. They're attempting to flee, Leo reported, his voice steady despite the chaos on the view screen. Should we pursue? Elsa watched as the remaining Krell vessels activated their FTL drives, desperately trying to escape. She could let them go. The Verdani were safe. The mission was accomplished. But then she thought about Leo's homeworld, about the thousands of colonies that had burned, about 300 years of enforced helplessness. Yes, she said, we pursue. Every single one. The Prometheus initiative gave chase, and one by one the Krell warships fell. Not a single human vessel was damaged. Not a single human life was lost. When it was over, Elsa opened a channel to the Verdani colony and the Galactic Council beyond. This is Captain Elsa Kovalenko of the human research vessel Prometheus Initiative, she said, her voice carrying across the stars. We have neutralized the Krell threat to Tau Ceti 4. No need to thank us, we were just doing some research in the area. Leo couldn't suppress his grin. Research vessel. That's going to be the understatement of the century. Technically accurate, Elsa replied with a shrug. We researched how to turn dark matter into a weapon. We researched how to build a ship capable of deploying it. We researched how to defend ourselves without technically building a warship. The Council had forbidden humanity from building warships. They hadn't said anything about research vessels. They hadn't anticipated that humanity would spend 3 centuries turning every scientific instrument into a potential weapon, every civilian ship into a potential battleship. They'd told humanity it couldn't be done. Humanity had proved them wrong. Set course for Earth, Elsa commanded. And Leo, send a message to command. Tell them the initiative was successful. It's time to unveil the rest of the fleet. Behind them, Tau Ceti 4 began to heal. Ahead of them, the galaxy would never be the same. Humanity had played by the rules, followed every letter of the prohibition, and in doing so, they'd created something far more terrifying than any warship the Council could have imagined. They'd created hope.